Hello, it's T. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're an old friend. For today's project, I challenged myself earlier this month to use this new Paige Evans Tricks and Treats paper to create something that would highlight this paper, but also to incorporate this aall&create ephemera. I bought this paper pack or these pages, these individual pages. I did not get the whole collection. This is what I've got. So in addition to this page, and there's the back side, I was able to pick up these other pages here. And I think that I'm missing, I think 2 or 3 from this collection. This is the front and back. I went ahead and cut them down to 5.5 by 12 for the purposes of this project that I'm doing today. And wanted to go ahead and let you see all of the different patterns at once. And then, because I didn't have ephemera with this one, I decided to go ahead and incorporate this. Now, I didn't know how I was going to highlight this paper, incorporate these ephemera bits, because these are so tiny. These are really little ephemera bits, and so I'm really going to have to use a lot of them and kind of incorporate them and spread them throughout a project. So I've kind of been thinking about ways to do this. And recently, in a project, I made some tombstone shaped tags using some arch dies that I have, and this is one of them. So I put a little cross at the top, and it's an arch, but for this purpose of this project, it's a tombstone. And so I thought, you know what? Why don't I make a tombstone shaped folio? So this project, because of the papers, is going to be more cutesy than spooky Halloween, but I wanted to go ahead and show you what I did. So I cut down this tombstone shape. It's tombstone, not arch, because this is spooky Halloween. And I put this on the front. Let me see the paper I used for this. Let me show you before we go through this. This is Echo Park Halloween Magic. That's the paper that I used for this. And I needed to do a prototype to see exactly, well, number one, to see if I could actually make this arch work. And then also to see how much paper I was going to need exactly. So if you fold it out, there's a pocket with tags. Happy Halloween. And then another pocket with tags. But that's not all. If you flip it over, you also get additional pockets with lots of little tags. So this really uses up a lot of paper. This is great if you have a lot of 6x6 scraps or collections or bits and pieces of collections that might go together, or if you have really one large collection, because this uses up so much of the pattern paper. So speaking of that, I do not have enough here. I have to make coordinating tags along with putting the paper down on all of these arches and then creating the pockets. So I went through my stash and I found a few pages that I thought might coordinate with this collection. So I did pull out that 1 by 12 sheet that I picked up from Simple Stories called Fabulous, this little ghost here, and it's got the orange and black hearts on the back, and I thought that might look nice with those papers. And then from Photo Play, I picked up this Ghost Stories. This is called Ghost Stories. It's Fright Night. I thought this might coordinate. It's got some of that green. This is just a tiny bit darker, but it's in that same family, kind of a minty green. And then I've also got, this has some spider web here, and I have a different type of spider web here. And then I also picked up, I was using up some of my scraps, this guy, and I think that this is from an Echo Park collection, but I'm not 100% sure, but I really thought that that would coordinate with this paper. So also, let me see, also from the Simple Stories Fabulous, because I don't have any more 12 by 12 papers in that collection. I just have this, one sheet here with the hearts and ghosties, but I have the 8 by 6 pad. So I pulled out a few sheets that I thought might make pockets or maybe arches. I don't have a lot with the pink in it, and so I'm hesitant to put too much orange and black in there and really change the look or the whole vibe of this. So these are maybes. I'm going to set them aside just in case I need them. So this is the collection that I am using, Paige Evans, along with these few sheets to help extend it just a bit. So let me set this aside. And my idea is that I'm going to cut out these letters individually, and those are going to spell the Halloween. And the way I figured this out, I believe, let me get out my nesting dies. I keep them here. I got these from scrapbook.com, and I am going to need the largest die and then the second largest die. And that's all I really use until we get down to the tags. So this will cut out the base. And then this one will cut out the paper in the back. And I believe that when I cut these out, this is going to take up just exactly one of these arches. So I am going to need 9 arches. This is only 6. This is 9. This one is going to be much, much bigger than the other one. So let's set this aside and let's get started. All right, just to speed things along, I have gone ahead and cut out 2 of the arches and put them together. And so these are 2 of them, and I'm going to show you how to do the third. So I have just a basic 12 by 12 piece of black cardstock from my stash. I couldn't even tell you the maker of this. I don't know where I got it. It's not super heavy. I'm not really concerned about that. I need something a little bit lighter so that these dies will cut through three sheets of this at a time. But also, we're going to double up the cardstock on either side. So that's really going to give it a lot more sturdiness. So I know that this right here is going to be, the largest die is going to be 4 1/4. That's the size of this when it's cut. So I am going to, and this is a 12 by 12, so I am going to score at the 4 and then at the 8. So now I have 3 4-inch strips. Now I'm going to Z-fold, accordion fold, zigzag fold, concertina fold, fan fold. Those are all the different names for this. So whichever you choose to call it, I call things different. I call them differently every single time. So this is definitely a Z-fold. It's in the shape of a Z, but I'm going to put it with everything else. And then I believe it becomes an accordion or concertina fold. So now that I have my 4-inch piece, I'm going to go ahead and line it up on my little grid here. And I don't want to cut the edges. That's why I wanted to make sure that it was just shy of this largest die. So it's going to overhang a little bit. So it's going to cut the top and the bottom, but it's going to overhang. And this is 4 inches. This cuts out 4 1/4. So it's going to be about 1/8 on each side. And then I am going to take some of my mint tape from scrapbook.com. Not affiliated, just want to let you know where I get these products. Let me make sure I've got the right one. Yes, that is the large one. Okay, so I've got it on, taped on, and then let me get my big guy here. This is my Sizzix Big Kick. I'm going to go ahead and put this in and run it through my squeaky machine. It always moves a lot. Sorry about that. And I ran it through once, and then I'm going to back it up and run it through the opposite way so that I know that I've got a good cut. Because I am cutting out 3 sheets. All right, moment of truth. Let me get this mint tape off. It's pretty low tack, but it gets stuck pretty good when I run it through that die cut machine. It applies quite a bit of pressure. Let's see, and I got a little bit stuck, but it'll come off easily. There we go. And if you decide to do this project, and you don't even have to use these, you could use anything. I've got some hearts and some circles. So as long as you offset so that these stay connected, you can really make this with any shape. But this is Tombstone because it's spooky season. So you could also get a second cut out of this 12 by 12. So you only need, for this project, I only needed 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper in order to get this done. All right, let me set this one aside. I won't need that again. And I always have to make sure this is folded right. So I'm going to open it up and it's going to say Halloween. So that is the correct way. So these guys, let me set it up on the grid. I want to make sure the bottoms are even. I want to get the bottoms attached. So I am going to make sure they line up. I'm not too concerned about them lining up at the top. I want them to line up at the bottom so that it sits flat on whatever surface it's going to sit on. And then I'm going to take some more of this mint tape. Once I get it lined up, let's see, and I'm going to tape up. Oh, my old eyes are not seeing. I really, really need shutter reading glasses, and I just haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. Can't do it. I have a block there. Okay. So because this washi tape is pretty low tack over time, I'm going to reinforce it with some of my art glitter glue. And then this is just the little washi tape I'm using. Again, I don't know where I got this. I've had this in my stash forever, but it's pretty low profile. Like, these pages are going to be busy enough. I didn't want anything that was going to stand out and be super loud. And so I thought this black and white polka dot would work. And it's been in my stash forever. And like I said, it's just being kind of finicky. I'm getting down towards the bottom of the roll too. Okay, let's try this again. This will keep that fold flexible while also attaching it and then reinforcing it as well. So I do want a straight line across the top there just to keep it kind of neat. Okay. And I'm just going to line it up at the top and then bring it down to the bottom. And I'm just tearing off the edge, just right under the edge there. I'm going to burnish that down. All right, let me lift up this mint tape. Put a little more glue down. And then there we go. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the same to this side. You know what? I am kind of done worrying about it. You don't see a ton of it. This tape is just being ornery, and I am not going to worry about it. Most of this is going to be covered up. So hopefully you have better washi than me. Obviously, this wasn't a really good quality. All right. Okay, sorry, this is kind of fiddly here. Now, I wanted to give it a little bit of continuity, so I am going to go ahead and put some on the end and just wrap it around. And then, you know, if you had some plainer papers or you were using a lot of solids and really wanted to jazz this up, and then I'm going to trim this edge. There we go. You know, you could use some really cool washi. Another thing you could do is you could go ahead and do all of these little sections. Let me fold this up, make sure it's going to get a good fold in there. You know, that's another thing to think about, so that when you have it on its side, you would see the paper on all of these. I may go back and do that. I'm not sure, just because this tape is getting pretty low and it's been pretty finicky. But, you know, those are the kind of details that I really like. That as a crafter, I see those. I did the same thing on this. So, but I didn't think about doing it on all of these edges. It would help to kind of reinforce that paper at the bend, but I've got them on the front and here, and then you can see it here on this side. So honestly, it probably would look better with some. If I decide to do it, I'm going to do it off camera and not have you watch me fuss with that, with that nasty, nasty tape. So anywho, all right, so let's move on to the next bit. From my nesting die set, I took the second to largest die. I am going to take these over to my Big Kick and go ahead and cut out 18 arches. So I am not going to have you watch me do that. This is not going to, I know that this die from doing it previously will cut through 2 at a time. So this shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. So let me fold this back up and I will get to cutting and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. I got all of my arches cut for my little tombstone. And then let me set that aside here. And then I went ahead and inked them up and I put a new foam on my black soot reinker because I was getting those fuzzies everywhere in my last few projects and I am terrible about changing those out. Anyway, I've done that. I got a new one. I also cut out all of my letters and I inked around the edges as well. So now I'm going to just kind of lay out these arches just to see what letters I'm going to put on which patterns, because I don't want the background pattern to overwhelm the letters themselves. There's a lot. Okay. Have a lot of options here. Too many options, maybe. Let me start putting some of these down here. I'm just kind of seeing if I can get them. Can I get them all in camera? All in, sort of. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to weed out a few pretty quickly and then I'll work them all into view. So I really want these to pop. I think that I like this guy. There we go. See, it's happening already. Then my A. What do we think? I think that looks good. L, these are pretty light. Move these in. Liking that. My O. W. Got another pale. I liked it on that black, the other L, so I might do black and white. Yeah, I'll do black and white on that one. I think I'm liking these. I like this for sure. I'm not sure about the O yet. And then an E and N. I like this. Some contrast. Or do I like this? I feel like it's a little bit lost there. It shines bright there. I think I like this. And then what do we think? Here or here? Here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. I think that is it. Let me lay them out and then just make sure the colors and patterns and everything look nice together. O, E. E. There's my W. There's my other E. L. Those oranges are together. I can break that up though. I can break that up. Let me see. A, W. What are we thinking? Put them all in here. I wanted to make sure that it kind of flows. It flows well. And I think that's it. I think I'm good. I like this. I do. I like it. Okay. So now I've just got to glue them down onto my base. All right, so I've got all of the panels on there for Halloween. And I think before I actually add any of the letters, because adding all of this cardstock to it bulked it up quite a bit, I think I'm going to go ahead and add the panels on the back side. All right, I've got them all glued down. And now I want to add my pockets. And I'm not going to cut a pocket for this one because obviously it is on the, it's the cover. So we're going to do something different with that. And this is going to have the end on the back. Well, okay, so that's not going to matter. We're not going to see the back side. Okay, so I've got 8 pockets. And now I don't have to do pockets on all of these, but I like doing the pockets and adding all of the tags and all the different bits just because it's really a stash buster. I mean, this is going to eat up a lot of paper. If you're wanting to do some stash busting and stuff, this is a project that's good for that. And so here we go. This is the fiddly part. I also have this guy that I could make a pocket with. And I think I might make a pocket with this one. So we're doing this one. I think this one and this one. Yep. Okay, that's 2. And then here, I'm liking, nope, I like that. I like that. And then something bolder here. Yep. Yep. Okay. Now this is easier. Doing it a couple at a time is a little bit easier. Okay. Let's do this. And this. Yeah, because of stars and moons. Not 100% sold. Let's see what's over here. I can't do both of those there. So let's see. I think that this would be better here, this solid. Yeah, that's going to be good there. Okay, so I'm going to do that there, and then I'm going to do this one here, and then this is a lot of pattern, but I think I'm going to do this one here. Okay, so this guy is out. There we go. All right, that's my pockets. I know that that's fiddly, but it matters. It matters. It's all those details. It's those details. So I'm just going to cut these out, and then that way I ink up the edges and I put them down on the panels. They're the perfect size. So let me make those cuts and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I realize this looks a lot different, right? So I just went to cut pockets. That's what you're saying, right? So here are the pockets. Let me do a quick flip through of those pockets so that you can see those. And what I did is I cut these down, and then, like I said, I used that that smaller, or that arch die that was the same size as this one in here to cut those out. So I have minimal scraps left. Minimal scraps. And then I didn't want pockets that just went straight across. So I did take some of my little border dies and I cut like little borders and inked them all up and put them on. Some of them I just notched, but others I did add the fun little borders and stuff, but I did anchor the ends with the tall pockets with the notches. So those are the same height, and so those are kind of anchored in the center there, or on the ends there. And then I made this shaker. It's not super noisy. I put some medium-sized confetti in it. So I used my arches again to go ahead and do some layered cuts here. And then I've got the that boo cover plate that I use. It is, I'm gonna grab it. I think it's Catherine Pooler. I could be wrong, but it's this Boo Eek, and it's got these little ghosts on it. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite cover die. Anyhow, I went ahead and used that to go ahead and cut this out. I put the acetate behind this and then layered these on top and then popped it up with foam tape to create kind of a shaker. It doesn't make a lot of noise because, like I said, I just used some of these medium-sized confettis in there. I didn't... because you can't really see a whole lot through this Boo and Eek here, I just used some of that shiny. So it's more there for just kind of the shine than it is to be. So if I shake it, they move around, but you really can't hear a whole lot going on. So there they are, though. And then the shiny part here, I did cut just using that black paper, but I used my Wink of Stella to give it that shimmer. So it's got nice shimmer on it. So let me put those back. And then, now that we've got pockets, we can go ahead and put our tags in. And let me show you what I've got. I left them nice and plain. They do have journaling spots on the back. I wanted a variety of tags, so that's what I've got here. So these 4 are actually tags that came on one of those 12 by 12 sheets of paper. I wanted 4 of them in there, so I just cut off the bottom, and then that's the paper that was on the back. So you'll notice I used that in one of the arches or pockets, one of them. But anyhow, that's the paper that's on the back. I've added little, oh, there were 5 of them. I added the little pull tabs or crinkle ribbon to the tops. I didn't add anything to the top of this. It's fine. I went ahead and used, let me see, there's another one like this. I did put ribbon on that one. I used just this little tag die to cut that out. And then I also have the little die that goes for the, why can't I think of the name? These little round things here. Those little round things there. And then I used a couple of the smaller arch dies to cut out some little tombstone tags. And then I've used this before. I got this from someone. It must have been in probably one of my Facebook hauls that I've done, the Facebook Marketplace hauls. This is actually, I've only used it once before because it did something different than I thought it would. I didn't realize what it was because it didn't come with any packaging or anything, but it is one of the little bread tags, one of the little, you get on your bread packages, the little twisty tabs. And so I think it's interesting. And so I've been using it to cut out little tags and adding them because it's different. It's a different type of tag. And so I've been cutting those out and using those as well. And then I have this Sizzix die. This is one of those big steel plate dies, but anyway, it's tags. What does it say? Sizzix tags number 3. And then there's the, can you get it? There's the number on that, just in case you're interested. I don't even know if it's sold anymore. This is ancient. And I just cut 2 tags from that. I just wanted different shapes and sizes of tags to display in here. So let me get this pulled out so that you can't see it and start adding tags. So then we can add our letters, because at that point we should know how it's going to bulk this up and what we're going to be able to put, or how we're going to be able to add those letters, if we're going to be able to pop any of those up on the back side or not. Let's see. I like this guy. And maybe that one. Yeah. Okay, and here, let's do that little guy. And then that one's there, which is fine. Not loving that. Let's keep them kind of same. So let's put this guy here, and then I'm going to put that guy there. And I'm liking those. I think this will look cute here. Okay, so this has 2. This has 2. I didn't even count them. I just made tags. And so it looks like I've got, well, I can't do that. So let's do this. Let's pull this one out and put this one like this to kind of break up that pattern. There we go. And then we'll do this and this. Perfect. So that's how they look. I didn't even count them. Seriously, I just made tags. I thought I might even have some left over. So that was fortuitous because I was doing 0 planning. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't have enough to put 2 in each, which is fine, Okay, so let's move this guy here. And then let's move this one here. Do we like that? Let's see. Let's move this one away so it's not so super close to the pattern paper that's just like it. And then now we've got 2 tombstones together. So we're going to add that little guy there. And then we're going to put this little guy back where he was over here. And then there we go. I think we're good now. Are we good now? No. These are same. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to move that over here. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're good. Oh my goodness, do I have any more pockets? So let's see what it looks like now. So those two, and then those guys, and then those guys. And that really is the end of the pockets. Okay, so let me go ahead and fold it up. Yes, yes, yes. It goes a certain way, and if you try to bend it the opposite direction of what it's used to, it gets, you can tell because it'll get tight. It'll kind of push back on what you're doing. So, okay, now that we've got it in there and it's kind of chunky, we can open up the other side and decide whether or not we're going to, you know, pop up anything. So I'm just gonna sample. I'm gonna sample this. So let me cut off some of this foam tape. Sorry, that was really loud. I'll cut off some foam tape. I'm going to put it on the back of just this. I'm not going to take the tape off of it. It's just a piece of scrap that's there. But I'm going to put it in there and just see, you know what? It doesn't really feel bad. I don't really notice that it did a whole lot of anything. So why don't we go ahead and pop up a few then? So problem solved, I guess. Okay. Let's open this up. So we've got our cover, and then we're going to start spelling out Halloween. And I'm going to do this a few at a time, I think. Oh, why is this nerve-wracking? Why is this nerve-wracking? Okay, so there's my H and my A and my L. Yeah, okay, so I can fit those in there. Okay. So maybe I do every third. So H, L, O, W, and then I'll do the EE and pop up the N. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I've got this spool of large foam tape here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pop these up. Actually, why do I keep changing my mind? What if, no, just do it, T. Just do it. Okay, I'm committing. We're doing it. Let me cut off some of these. Done. No turning back. It's on there. Can't rip it off. And that's all that I have. So I can't cut out another H. That was it. And I've still got to clean these scissors off. Seriously. Let me push this up a little bit so you can see. Just in case you need to know how to add foam tape to the back of a letter. All these little fiddly bits. Is that gonna fit? Nope. Still just a little bit too long. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. It's gonna go down, and then we're committed, and it's done. And it's done. H. Okay. Alrighty. Oh wait, I had that strip. Perfect. Almost. I'm really interested now that I've got more in there, since I only tested it with one. If once I put a bunch more in there on these foam tape, a bunch of letters, how it's going to close up then. Okay, so LL. Let me open this all the way up. Was that right? Did I do that right? OW. I did not. Look at what I did. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. I don't know if I can fix this. Nope, that's not going to work. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. Okay, so this is the problem with, yeah, okay. I want to cry a little bit, not sure how I'm going to fix this. Oh my goodness. I think I'm just going to have to pull up these letters. That's the only way to do it. I thought maybe I could pull up those arches, but I can't. Okay. So let me get this up. And these I glued down, so I don't even know how those are going to come up. Not easily, that's for sure. But I'm more concerned about the letter than the paper. So let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I did that. It was all looking like it was going to go so well. And I don't even know what's going to go there, so... Oh, I should have known that I was not putting... I should have known that I was not putting an orange H on an orange paper. That was not something that I had planned out. That is ripping that. As long as I don't tear the letter, I think that this can be salvaged. I'm just not quite sure how at this point. Oh my gosh. So maybe next time, if there is a next time, because I'm pretty traumatized at this point. So maybe next time what I do is I add the letters to these panels before I even put it down, because then I'm like for sure going to be able to spell it right, you know? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Disaster. Are you guys holding your breath? Because I kind of am. Okay. I promise I've only been drinking coffee. I may need some wine or a shot after this, but I have only been drinking coffee this morning. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So, well, so much for putting my H upside down. I can put it right side up now. So let me kind of... Okay, this is the cover. That is definitely where my H goes. So let me see if I've got some little spots here. Where I can put some more tape, and so then that might help. That might help a little bit with some of that shaping issue that I was having there. How it's kind of warped. That might help just kind of reinforce the shape of this, and it might then, you know. adhere to the page a little bit better and not be misshapen. But who knows? Or I've just screwed the whole thing up. See, there are always things that you cannot plan for. Sorry I was off camera. I am frazzled again. So this is now twice. I think I've got some sort of spooky season curse going on. I really do. Halloween curse. I'm Halloween cursed, guys. What did I decide? This is, I thought that this was upside down, but I don't know that it is now. I think that that is the right side. Okay, well, I'm going to put it down that way so it doesn't matter. So here we go. That is the correct spot. And it looks good. It looks good. You can't tell that I absolutely ferociously manhandled it. Okay. So then A, my A goes there. Where did my A go? My A has seen better days for sure. But I am going to glue it down and just hope that, you know, it's not so noticeable once it's down, right? I'm going to give it a nice gluing, all the edges and everything. Oh, that bottle, I don't know why it's so finicky. I think it's just, I think it needs a refill. Yeah, see, you can see my nails where I like dug into it. Now I've got glue marks all over it. Okay, that A has definitely seen better days. Let me get my scraper and see if I might be able to work some of those warps out of there. Oh, and that worked. Okay, so the scraper worked. Yay. Okay. And then my L came off pretty easily, so that was an easy fix. So there, and then this one, yeah, I'm guessing that, yeah, that's what I did. Okay. I just want to make sure that this is all correct. Okay, so I'm going to keep shaking it out so that I know. So let me glue this one down. Go ahead and use my scraping tool to get out any little wonky bits that I might have gotten on it. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this L is not going to cover that mess. Will this O? This O This O covers that mess except for here, but I think I can put an embellishment on that and then we're not even going to notice, right? Now I'm nervous. Am I spelling it right? There, look. Okay. So that's popped. W is down, right? Yes. And then I'm going to pop up the E. And then that's good, yeah? Okay. And I've just got to figure out what to do with that. Okay, let me go ahead and get this W down. And that's almost the exact size of that paper. So that was kind of, so to popped up. This is going to go popped up. Let me shake these out. Okay. E, E, and then N. So this one goes popped up and then those two are flat. So let me go ahead and get these two glued down. And this is good because at first I thought this N in the back was going to be popped up and I really didn't want that back letter popped up. So that's good. That's not. See, my math was off again. So that worked in my favor. Okay, let me get rid of that piece of tape, grab it, put it out of the way. This one is going to go popped up. So let me put some tape on it. And then I will address how I am going to fix that L. I'm quiet because I'm furiously thinking, how am I going to fix that L? Do I just cut out another arch if I have the paper for it in that same exact arch and cover the whole thing? Or do I cut out something smaller and just, you know, a smaller arch and put in there? But then it's obviously different, you know? So that's part of my question. Am I going to be obviously different or should I try to hide it? So that is kind of what I'm battling right now. Obviously different or hide it. Let me put this on here, pull the whole thing out and see what it looks like all together. Come on. I'm telling you, everything is fixable. Everything. Mistakes happen and you can fix them. I used to teach at Michael's, and that was one of the biggest things that people had a hard time with. So a lot of new crafters that came in and would take the classes there were two things. One, everybody wanted perfection. So every little line had to be exactly correct, which I was there. I've been there. I'm sure we've all been there. You know, you want it all to be absolutely perfect. And, you know, it doesn't work like that in the real world. And then just wanting to trash the whole thing when mistakes happened, you know, not being able to kind of cope with, oh no, there was a mistake. How am I going to fix that? So let me get my scraps real quick though and see if I've got something, if I still, oh, I do. Look, and it's the exact same size and I don't want it to be terribly different. So I'm going to go ahead and cut an arch in this same size. All right. And there you go. And if I had not actually been recording that hot mess as it happened, you'd never know. You would never know. So this is how it looks now. So HALLOWEEN. The only thing I really need to fix is here, but I've got to add ephemera to it. So it's not, you know, it's fine. All the little embellishments. And then the other thing I need to fix is this A. I ended up getting some like glue on it. It's still kind of wonky. I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to cover or not. But I think I also have one of those erasers for glue. So I'm going to see if I can find that at some point and remove some of that glue mark. So that's really it. That's really it on this side. So now, as if that wasn't challenging, and I was about to say now the challenging part. No. That was the challenging part. That fix was the challenging part. Okay. So now I've got all of this adorable ephemera. And I am going to, I'm going to sort it real quick into all the little pieces. And I should have done this ahead of time, but you know. I'm going to take out all the black and white. Those you can color yourself. And so I don't need this in this. That's not what we're doing here. There's hearts and witch legs and potion bottles. All right, let me keep sorting through this, and then I will be back when it's all sorted, because there's a lot of ephemera here. All right, welcome back to Amateur Hour with T. So I went ahead and separated all of the ephemera. So I've got the witch's legs and the little, I don't know, little borders here with the candy corn and the kitty cats. And I've got these little guys here. These little pumpkin skeletons. Anyhow, and elixir bottles, and then only one little birdie, and then these little hearts here. So I started playing around and fixing things, and then realized, hello, I'm recording a video, and I didn't turn the recorder back on. So anyhow, oh, just a mess. Let's finish up. Let's keep moving here. I don't want to cover up anything too much. I don't think that, let's see. So I've got this punch here, and I did go ahead and cut out some little bats from some of the pattern paper to put there to cover up that snafu. And then I'm going to decorate the rest of these. This guy is pretty substantial. I added witch legs in here like he'd been shoved to make it look like he'd been shoved into the little pumpkin. So I'm thinking about adding this here. And I might pop it up on some foam dots so it's got some dimension to it. You see, I've got some little squares, and then it'll cover the big portion of that bottom corner there, that bottom section that's kind of messed up. So let me add some dimension here. Obviously, this is not my first mistake, nor is it my last mistake. However, I would be interested in knowing what some of your mistakes are. If we want to share, what are some snafus that you've done in your craft room? There are the usuals, because I also make cards. I've done the whole gluing the card front upside down on the card base so it opens the wrong way. I've done that more times than I can even count. And I got to make sure that it's not in here so it doesn't get trapped in any of the folds or anything. Cute. Okay. I was thinking about putting these legs here like this. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know it's a little goofy. It's a little silly, but you know, it's Halloween. And right now I'm feeling like having a little bit of fun, since this is not, this has not been going my way this morning. It is morning here when I'm working on this. I know I mentioned that I had coffee, and it is morning here, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll drink coffee all day long, so it doesn't keep me up or anything. So me saying I've got coffee in my studio is no indication of time of day here. I think I need to cut out some more little bats. Oh, he's cute. He's so cute. Okay. So I've got this E and an L and an H that still need a little something. I don't want to overdo it. I just kind of wanted to add some of these to give it some little spots of interest. But I feel like a lot is being left open at the top. So let's see, what could I put at the top of this? That might look cute. Maybe I do some different bats, different colored bats. Let me grab something here. Let me see what these guys look like. See what what these little stripy bats look like. Kind of want to lift the eye up a little bit, so yeah. I'm not hating it. I'm going to leave them there. I'm not hating it, but I'm going to leave them there and just see how that goes, how that plays out, okay? So let me move on to nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. I told you it'll put some resistance. It'll give you some pushback for sure. Okay, so do I want, oh, some stars. Let me cut out some stars. I think some stars would be good. Let me cut some stars out and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I went ahead and cut out some of the stars and added them. So I did moon and stars, and this, I had a moon die as well, and I cut it from that paper. That's part of the kit or collection. And so I've got a moon and stars on the H. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and keep these bats here. I think that I'll ink up those edges and put them there. All right. Everybody in my house is waking up, so it is going to get loud. I do not have a quiet household, and it doesn't matter if I'm recording. I could yell it till I'm blue in the face, and it doesn't matter. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's do this. Isn't it cute? And this would be cute to give to someone that they can put on their mantle, and it just says Halloween. Too cute. And then tags. You could also stamp in here, add all kinds of stuff to it. And then back to front, the end. I think it's so super cute, but I think it would look cute like this, standing up on a mantle, and it says Halloween, and it's got all the little images and everything. So I did it. I think challenge completed. I mixed this ephemera from aall&create with this paper pad from Paige Evans, and I think mostly made this work here. And it's got a cute little Halloween. I'm going to call this a Tombstone accordion folio. There we go. And that's what this is. So there was my first little guy. It's only 6 pages, and then this guy is a whopping 9. So that is it. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thanks for sticking it out with me today, because it got a little rough. That was a bumpy one. And until next time, bye.